Right now, somewhere out in the inner solar system, a comet is racing toward the sun at breathtaking speed. And in just a matter of days, it's going to put on either one of the most spectacular shows in years, or it's going to disappear forever. This is Comet C/2026 A1, nicknamed MAPS. So, Comet MAPS belongs to a special and rather dramatic category of comets called sungrazers. These are comets that don't just pass near the sun, they skim incredibly close to it, sometimes just skimming the upper layers of the solar atmosphere. MAPS is part of the famous Kreutz family of comets, which are believed to be the broken fragment of one enormous comet that shattered apart thousands of years ago. New observations from the James Webb Space Telescope suggest that MAPS has a nucleus roughly 0.4 to 0.5 kilometers across. That's actually larger than earlier estimates, and it makes it bigger than most of the tiny Kreutz fragments we regularly catch a glimpse of in coronagraph images. But here's the interesting part. It's still probably not large enough to survive what's coming. On April 4th, 2026, MAPS will pass just 170,000 kilometers above the surface of the sun. To put that in perspective, that's less than half the distance between Earth and the Moon. So the central question hanging over all of this is, will it survive? And honestly, nobody knows. That uncertainty is part of what makes this so exciting. If MAPS holds together through perihelion, that's the technical term for closest approach, the model suggests it could surge to a brightness somewhere between magnitude -5 and -10. For reference, the full moon sits around magnitude -13, so we're not quite talking moonlight here, but we are potentially talking about a comet bright enough to see in broad daylight near the sun, and easily visible to the naked eye in twilight. That would be genuinely extraordinary. The last sungrazers to pull off something like that was Comet Lovejoy back in 2011, and it became one of the most beloved comets of the modern era. In terms of where to look, the comet has been making its way across the southern sky through March, moving through the constellations Eridanus, Cetus, and into Pisces as it closes in on the sun. Right around perihelion on April 4th and 5th, it'll be essentially impossible to spot from Earth because it'll be completely swallowed up by the sun's glare. But if it survives, and that's still the big if, it should start reappearing in the evening sky somewhere between April 6th and 15th. During that window, it could brighten dramatically over just a few days, and if you're in the southern hemisphere, you'll be sitting in the best seat in the house. Southern observers should look low in the western sky during evening twilight. Northern hemisphere viewers will have a trickier time with the comet appearing low on the horizon, but it may still be worth stepping outside and looking toward the setting sun in those mid-April evenings. So keep watching the sky, and if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the update the moment we find out what happened. The next few weeks are going to be fascinating.